Welcome, children. Today we are going to go on a journey on the solar system, okay, through this wonderful lesson. So, let's see what does the warm-up have in store for us. What are the things that we observe in the day and night sky? Now, day sky is here and the night sky is here. Put on your thinking caps and then sort it out. Let's see what do we are going to look ahead on. Know about our planets and the sun, understand satellites, stars and constellations, demonstrate rotation and revolution of the earth. We have learned that the sun is the ultimate source of heat and energy on the earth. Sun is the star around which the earth rotates. Solar system. The sun, the planets and their moons, along with smaller bodies like dwarf planets, comets and asteroids form the solar system. So that's all the solar system is about. The sun is positioned at the center of our solar system. It is a huge ball of hot gases such as hydrogen and helium. It gives us heat and light. In the picture given here, planets are arranged in the order of their increasing distance from the sun. That is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. The planets move around the sun in a fixed path called orbit. The first four planets that are near the sun are called inner planets or terrestrial planets. Inner planets are dash, dash, dash and dash. Now you have to write this. And the last four planets are called the outer planets. The picture is over here, so you are going to look at it and jot it down. Now let's study about the different planets in detail. Planets. Mercury. Mercury is the smallest and the nearest planet to the sun. Venus. It is the second nearest planet from the sun and very similar to the size of the earth. It is the hottest and the brightest planet. Venus is also called morning or evening star because on some days it shows up very brightly in the sky in the morning or evening. Earth. It is the third planet from the sun. It is also called the blue planet because about 70% of its surface is covered with water. It has air and water, hence it is the only planet known to support life. Next we go to Mars. It is the fourth planet in our solar system. The soil and the rocks present in this planet are red in color, giving it a red appearance. Hence, it is also called the red planet. Jupiter. It is the fifth and the largest planet in our solar system. Thick, colorful clouds of deadly and poisonous gases surround the Jupiter. Saturn. Saturn is the sixth and the second largest planet in our solar system. This gas giant is famous for its beautiful rings. What is a gas giant in context of planets? A large planet composed mainly of gases. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune are gas giants. Uranus. Uranus is the seventh and the third largest planet. It is also very cold. Neptune, this is the eighth planet from the sun. Fierce storms rage on this planet. Neptune is also a very cold planet. The winds on the Neptune are the fastest in the solar system. What is the meaning of rage? To happen in a strong, violent way. There are some dwarf planets like Eris and Haumea that are also present in our solar system. Now let's see what's here. Till July 2006, Pluto was considered a planet. It was given the status of a dwarf planet in August 2006. Okay, can we live on any other planet than Earth? Why or why not? Name a planet that does not have any moon of its own. And this you are going to do research on and tell me about it. Okay. Now let's move further to the satellites and the moon. A satellite is a heavenly body that revolves around the planet in an orbit. These are called natural satellites or moons. Moon is the natural satellite of the Earth. The moon does not have an atmosphere and its surface is full of craters and mountains. Now, what are craters? They are round holes on a surface. The temperature during the daytime is high as 100 degrees Celsius and the night temperature is low as minus 173 degrees Celsius. The moon does not have light of its own. It reflects the sunlight that falls on its surface. Thus, it shines. Some planets have more than one moon. For example, Jupiter has 79 moons and Saturn has 53 known moons. Now, this is how the moon looks. Stars. In the night sky, we can observe a lot of twinkling objects. These twinkling objects are known as stars. Stars are huge luminous bodies made of hot gases and dust. They give out light and heat. When we look at the sky at night, the stars appear smaller, though they are very big in size. Stars look smaller as they are very far away from the Earth. Now we proceed further to the constellation. A constellation is a group of stars. When seen from the Earth, they make a recognizable pattern. Some constellations which can be easily seen are Ursa Major, that is a Great Bear, Ursa Minor and Orion. This is how Ursa Major looks like and this is how the Orion looks like. Now what I wanted to do is surf the net and gather lots of information about it. Now we move further to the galaxy. What is a galaxy? A collection of stars, planets along with their moons, gases and dust is called a galaxy. Our galaxy is called the Milky Way. There are millions of galaxies like ours. At least 1 billion galaxies come together to form the universe. This is the Milky Way galaxy, our Earth. Billions of years ago, our Earth was a ball of gases and dust. It appeared like a hot glowing ball of fire. Gradually, the outside of the Earth began to cool. As it cooled, the outside part became hard. With the passage of time, life began to originate and form on Earth. Now, this is the Earth, this is the North Pole, and this is the South Pole. Here we have the southern hemisphere and here we have the northern hemisphere. Movements of the Earth. The Earth spins on its own imaginary axis. The Earth's axis is tilted by 23.5 degrees. One end of the axis is the North Pole and the other end of the axis is the South Pole. Moving further, there is another imaginary line that runs through the center of the Earth and divides it into two equal halves called hemispheres. This imaginary line is called equator. The other half of the Earth in the north is called the northern hemisphere. The other part lying in the south is called the southern hemisphere. Now we come further, we learnt about the hemispheres and which are the two hemispheres, that is the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, and the line that cuts the earth into equal, that's an imaginary line, is called the equator. Now further we move on to rotation. Rotation is the movement of the earth on its imaginary axis which causes day and night. The earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation and therefore one day is 24 hours long. The movement of the earth around the sun in its orbit is called revolution. The earth shows rotation and revolution simultaneously. The earth takes about 365.25 days or 1 year to complete one revolution around the sun. The shape of the Earth's orbit is elliptical. A revolution causes seasons. Now this is how the rotation of the Earth on its own axis, and this is the revolution of the Earth around the sun in an orbit. Did you get it, children? Okay, let's move further. Let's see how the revolution causes seasons and what are seasons. Seasons are caused by the revolution of the earth around the sun in its elliptical orbit. The tilt of the earth at 23.5 degree on its imaginary axis. When the North Pole is tilted towards the sun, the northern hemisphere receives most of the sunlight and hence has summer. At the same time, the southern hemisphere, which is tilted away from the sun, does not get much sunlight and hence has winter. When the south pole is tilted towards the sun, the southern hemisphere receives more sunlight and has summer. At the same time, the northern hemisphere is away from the sun and has winter. The North Pole and the South Pole experience 6 months of day and night, and 6 months of day and 6 months of night. Why do you think this happens? Now you have to think about it. Okay, now let's move further. Between these two seasons, there comes a period when the weather is neither too hot nor too cold. At the end of winter comes the spring season. Similarly, at the end of summer and before winter season comes the autumn season. During both the spring and autumn seasons, the sun's rays fall equally on both southern as well as the northern hemisphere. Seasons at the equator. The equator receives the same amount of sunlight throughout the year, and countries near it are always hot. Days and nights at the equator are about 12 hours each. If the axis of the earth were not tilted, both the northern and southern hemispheres would have received the same amount of sunlight throughout the year. There would be no winter or summer. Hence, there would be no different seasons at all. Now let's see what is over here. Winter in the northern hemisphere and summer in the southern hemisphere. That's how the seasons takes place. The season of spring, as both hemispheres receive equal amount of sunlight. Summer in the northern hemisphere and winter in the southern hemisphere. This is what happens here. Okay, the season of autumn, as both the hemispheres receive equal amount of sunlight. Now, here is the Earth's axis and here is Earth's axis. Okay. Now this is how the sun rays go to and fro. Hit nearly straight on the equator. Okay? Did you get it? Okay, now let's move further. Well, we are concluding this beautiful lesson with a summary. Let's see what does it have in store for us. The heavenly bodies that travel around the sun in their fixed orbits are called planets. The heavenly bodies which revolve around the planets are called satellites. Moon is the natural satellite of the earth. Stars are huge balls of gases. They give out light of their own. Stars make recognizable patterns called constellations. A collection of stars, planets, along with their moons, gases and dust is called a galaxy. The Earth's rotation causes day and night. Equator is the imaginary line that runs to the center of the Earth and divides it into two hemispheres. The Earth's revolution and the Earth's tilt at an angle of 23.5 degree causes the seasons. Children, I hope you had a lovely time on the journey of the solar system. Have a nice day and do surf the net for more information. Got it? Thank you.